Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be on this look here. Make my eyes close so that you can see the eye makeup. I wore this to my cousin's wedding. You can wear it on a day-to-day basis. You can jazz it up with some false eyelashes. So if you want to see how this look is done, keep on watching and give it a thumbs up. Alright, so let's just jump right in. So I'm first going to start off with my L'Oreal Dermo Expertise Future E face cream. I'm just going to apply that all over my face. There. I'm going to use a primer, and today I'm using the Professional Pro Balm, minimizing the appearance of pores. This is just one of those little sample sizes, but I figured I'd use it up and it works really well. I'm going to take a little bit on my finger here, just like that. I'm just going to push that right into my pores. Then I'm going to start off with my foundation, and today I'm using the Clinique Acne Solutions liquid makeup. I love the finish of this. I haven't been using it long enough to notice if it actually improves my acne, which I have quite a bit of, but I do love the coverage. It's buildable, so you can put on one coat and it'll be really light, or you can put on more and it'll give you a full coverage. So this stuff is great. So instead of applying it all over the back of my hand, which I hate because then I end up finding that I can never get it off, I'm just going to apply it directly to my beauty blender. Sorry, it's a little bit dirty. I'm just going to apply a little bit like that, and then just start pushing that into my skin. I'm not necessarily rubbing it because I don't want to just push the product everywhere, so I'm just directly pushing it into my skin, just like how we did with the primer. And then just blend the heck of it. Bring a little bit down your neck as well so that it matches your skin tone all the way down. Now this is a little bit light because I do have a little bit of a tan, but we'll fix that with some bronzer. Now the coverage is good, but as you can see, you can still see some of the spots. So we're just going to go and do a nice another layer here. I am still going to use a little bit of concealer because like I said, I don't... Does that hurt my child? We're good. Okay. So there we go. I don't know if you can see that. So pretty good coverage, but like I said, it doesn't make it look like I'm wearing a complete mask. Now I'm just going to go in and give a little bit more coverage to some of these spots here. Like I said, I've got a sunspot there and then some acne scarring there, so we'll just go in and cover that up. I'm using the Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer by NYX in the shade CJ03 Light Pale. I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger, like so, and then just dab that on those spots, see? And I'm just going to let that sit there for a second, just to kind of dry a little bit before I blend it out. I'm going to put a little bit on that sunspot there. Let's see, I'll do a little coverage here. And there. And then we're just going to blend that out using the same tapping motion that we did with the foundation. Okay. Now I'm just going to go in and brighten up my eyes because I have a child and I've been up all night. So I've got these lovely dark circles coming in under here. So I'm going to use the Maybelline New York Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles. Why is it not focusing? What is wrong? There we go. And this is in the shade Neutralizer. So there is no shade. You just give it a little twist. Actually, let's give it a little bit more there. Bring it right under the eye. And then just create a bit of a diamond triangle shape. That way it's really easy to blend out. There we go. Okay, bring a little bit down our nose just to brighten that up a little bit. There we go. Lovely. So now I'm going to use the other end of the beauty blender, the little tip, because I find you can get it right underneath that eye. So you're just going to look up and just do the exact same thing, just tap it out. The reason why I like using the point is, like I said, it gets right under there, but then it also saves this end, which still has your foundation cover, and then you can just go in and blend it out so that way you don't have a definitive line. Harsh lines. because again, we want minimal creasing as possible. So I'm going to be using the Rimmel Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder, and then this is in the color 001 Transparent. This one here is a bit of a tapered brush. See, and then you can see the end of that, so it just kind of tapers in like that. I'm just going to use that to set the under eye concealer. And again, you just look up and sweep that under there. And that'll prevent it from creasing throughout the day. You can hear my puppy back there. He's all worried because whenever I do my makeup, I'm going out, so he thinks that he's gonna be stuck at home. Little does he know, I'm just doing my makeup and staying home today. So I'm doing a little bit around my nose because I find that that creases when I smile. And then I'll just do it around my, what are they called, laugh lines. So now I'm just gonna go and put in the powder throughout the rest of my face. And this one here, I'm using a Sephora powder brush. So as you can see, it's been well loved, and I just used it the other day. I don't know if you can actually pick up the Sephora. There we go, Sephora and powder brush. Right, so it's just a big fluffy brush. Just pick up a bit of product, and we're just gonna pat that. You don't wanna smoosh it and drag it, because otherwise you're just going to move all of your foundation that you just put there. So why would you go and set foundation that you've smushed across your face? So we're just going to go and tap that on. Voila! So now, like I said, we're just going to warm it up a little bit because this is very pale. So for that, I'm also going to be using another Rimmel product. This is the Rimmel Natural Bronzer Waterproof Bronzing Powder, like that. There we go. And this is in the shade 021 Sunlight. Love this stuff. I've been using it probably since high school. It's cheap, but it gives great color payoff. So, and for this, again, I'm just going to be using another NYX product. Also a big fluffy brush. I don't want to use the same one that I use for my setting powder because, again, I'm just going to be putting even more of that transparent color on. So I'm using a completely different brush. So another big blending brush. And generally I wouldn't recommend putting this all over your face, but like I said, because I'm just trying to lighten it up a little bit, I'm just going to go and put it on my entire face. That's the problem with summer when you buy foundation, is that they match you, and then within, you know, a week of vacation, not even a weekend, you're a completely different color. And I'm just using natural lighting too, it's with sunlight, so it kind of gives me as much of a natural color for when I'm outside as possible, because I know that sometimes when you do your makeup, say in your bathroom or whatnot, the second that you go outside, all of a sudden you're either incredibly dark or super pale because the lighting is completely different. A good thing that I'm wearing white, but that's all right. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere today. Okay, so as you can see, it looks a little bit natural, a little bit more natural to my skin tone. Now keep in mind though that naturally your face actually is slightly lighter than the rest of your body, so you don't want to go and match it completely, because otherwise it will look like you're wearing a dark mask compared to your actual body skin tone. So now we're going to go in and just do a little bit of a contouring, and we're going to use the exact same pressed powder. That way it looks natural with the actual other skin color that I've got going on here. So for this one, I'm using, oddly enough, I know people are going to probably find this weird, but it's a Sephora, and it's actually a foundation brush, but it's nice and tapered. See? I just smushed it, but it's nice and tapered, so it gives you that nice like creased line, but at the same time, without having to buy another brush. So what you're going to want to do is try and suck in your cheek, and you're just going to bring it down. Now you're not going to bring it all the way down because you will blend it out further. So if you bring it all the way down, you're going to end up having it right down to your cheek, which just make you look, you know, a little odd. So, okay, see? So as you can see, there is quite a bit of a definition, but we're going to go and blend that out. And bring it all the way right up into the hairline, because again, same thing with the foundation, it just blends right in there so that you can't actually tell that it's makeup and bronzer, right? You want it to look as natural as possible. So then what we're gonna do is we'll take that same brush that we used to just put the powder all over our face, so that NYX big fluffy brush, and we're just gonna kind of blend that out a little bit. It gets your hair everywhere. Okay. like so. We are going to go on and do our eyes, so we're just going to put on an eyeshadow base. Again, this prevents it from creasing, gives you the best color payoff, and it'll just last all day. So we're going to use the HD high definition eyeshadow base, like I said by NYX. Oh, it does have a color, ESB04. So it comes in a cool little wand like this. Then you're just going to apply a little bit to your eyes. Now you don't want to put on too much because then that will actually make it crease. Then just take your ring finger or whichever hand you want. There's crazy amounts of dragonflies out there today. Fine by me, they're eating mosquitoes. So next, what we're going to do, so I'm just going to put an all over color. Again, shocker, with a NYX product. It's the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk 604. Voila! Hey, that focused a lot better. I'm going to go and apply that over the lid. And don't worry, we'll blend it out, so it doesn't need to be perfect. But you just want to make sure you've got a good color on there. And I always like to pull my eyelid. I know that's really weird, and a lot of people have eye issues, and so me touching my eye is probably going to gross you out. But I just find I get the most, you know, precise color on there in the location that I want it in. So I'm going to do it. But you may do it however you want. Take your finger, again, your ring finger, and we're just going to kind of, not necessarily blend it out, but just kind of smoosh it over the eyelid so it's fairly even. Okay. Don't worry about getting it up here because we're going to go and put a color in the crease. Anyways, we're going to do the same to the other eye. Excuse my nails. I had, what are they? Acrylic nails for the week. My cousin got married last week, so I got some fancy nails. And within 4 days, one of them popped off, and then they all just started to pop off. So my husband told me I should go back and complain, but I hate doing that. I'm just not one for complaining. I'm going to go in and use the very dusty NYX Wicked Dream palette. Excuse this mark here. I use my, what am I trying to say? Eyelash glue. That's the word. I always put it on something, and then I drag the eyelash through it. I find it's easier than putting it directly onto the eyelash. But then as a result, on these nice matte palettes, first off you get fingerprints everywhere, but then you get these glossy bits, and I don't even think you can take it off. Yeah, it's on there. I probably should use like a water bottle or something, but. So this is what the palette looks like. Mine's a little bit dirty because it is well loved, but it comes with an array of colors. We've got some matte colors in there. Where are we here? Yeah, so we've got some matte colors, some shimmers, some great highlighting colors as well. I really like this one, and then I like these two here for highlighting. Some of these colors I haven't used yet. I just haven't ventured out to, you know, using some of these like bright blues here, or even that green in there. So this is the palette that we're using. What does it say on the back? Eyeshadow palette. All right, cruelty free. There's another reason why you should like NYX products. So anyways, there is a number. It's the S130. 130, yeah, Wicked Dreams palette. But first off, we're going to go in and darken that crease just to give your eye a bit of dimension. Ugh, can't even get it open. What is wrong with me? Now, I find the best way to darken up your crease and just to keep things all the same, I'm going back in with that bronzer. And we're just going to use a nice big fluffy brush. Again, a NYX fluffy brush, so it just looks like that. Okay. Just gonna pick a bit of that color up, and then just go and drag that through your crease. Don't worry about getting too much on that white base that we put, because we'll just go in and lighten that up afterwards. Like I said, he's worried that I'm going somewhere because I'm doing my makeup. But he's usually not too far away from me anyways because he's a bit of a little boy. But that's okay, I like that. Now we get to move on to the fun colors. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take another brush. this one, yeah. So this one here is just another Sephora. This is just a shadow brush. So again, it's a bit of a fluffy brush, but just not as big as that NYX one that we just used. And then we're just gonna go in and pick up this purple here. They don't have the names on the back, which I wish they did, because I know that you can purchase a lot of the NYX eyeshadows separately, but they don't have the names. So I'd like to help you out, but I can't. So like I said, we're just gonna go and pick up that purple color there. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna drop that in the corner and then just blend it up. I'm just gonna go and darken this up a little bit. It's just a little purple for what I'm wanting today. So we're gonna go in with that color right there. It's MAC 239 brush. You see that? There we go. We're just gonna put that right in that. Just right in the corner. I don't want to blend it out too far in. We're just gonna go back in with that first NYX fluffy brush that we used to carve out our eyes. So there's nothing on there. And we're just gonna go in and just blend everything else out again. I'm just gonna go in with this Sephora smudge brush. Let's see if I can see it. It does say smudge and it's a Sephora. So it's just this short little stubby, quite dense little brush. I'm going to go in with this white. Get a little bit of product on the brush. Just gonna bring it in the center there. Just so the whole eyelid isn't dark. That. Nice little, tiny little brush. And we're just gonna go in with that purple that we used for our eyes. Pick up a bit of product. Just go right under the lash, right under the lashes there. Just that way it ties the whole look together. And I didn't want to use black because I thought that would be a little bit too harsh. So we're just gonna go in with that same main color. Like so. There. See, so it just kind of brings in that lower lash color right up into the top. Next, we are going to take, this is the Revlon Colorstay eyeliner in 202 Black Brown. So it just looks like that there. Here we go. So on one end, it's got this cool, oh, hello. Ah, I didn't even know that. It's a little sharpener. Well, what do you know? There's this little smudger, which is great for just smudging. On the other end is your color. Go in and we're just gonna line the top lash line. Worry about being too precise because we are just gonna take that smudging end and just smudge that right out. There we go. I'm gonna put the lid back on that. I'm gonna take the other end. So just that smudging end. Hello. There we go. Focusing. Smudging end. We're just gonna smudge that out a little bit. I don't want it to be super dark. Then we're gonna move on to the eyebrows. Now, something you may know about me is I don't like to draw on my eyebrows. I find it just looks unnatural on me. So I'm just gonna kind of fill them in a little bit and then just kind of match it more a little bit to my actual hair color. So I'm going to be using, and this is a brand new one because the one that I currently am using is completely disgusting looking. So this is a brand new one, but this is just the NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder. Okay. And it's in the color ECP03 Taupe Ash. So it comes with the wax and then two colors, and then it's got a little spoolie and then your brush. So I'm just gonna take that little brush and I'm just gonna kind of lightly fill in some of the gaps, but without doing anything too harsh, because like I said, I just find that the, you know, drawn on eyebrows just don't really look natural on me. Take that little spoolie, you can see it there, and just kind of brush them a little bit, kind of in the direction that I want them, okay? See? So like that. So real simple. Then we're just gonna go on with some mascara. And today I'm using the Maybelline, the Falsies Volume Express, and this is waterproof. So I'll just continue. I always like to put a couple coats. Well, 2. Let's not get all crazy here. I find if you do more than 2, you risk the chance of getting clumps. Nobody likes that. I'll just let the top lashes dry for a minute before I go and apply the bottom. Otherwise, when the second that you look up to apply the bottom lashes, you always end up getting it up here, and nobody likes that. So I'm just gonna let this dry for a minute. There you go, so I think that's dry enough. And when I always do the bottom lashes, I always make sure that I have no excess product on the actual wand itself, because otherwise I find you end up getting it all over your actual makeup and your face. Lashes are done. Now we're just gonna move on to the lips, blush, and then we're done. So I've got 3 products that I'm actually using for my lips. The first product, I'm just gonna try to rest that there. First product I'm using is the NYX Jumbo Lip Pencil in Iris, which is 728. Take the lid off so you can see the color. Here we go. That's what it looks like. So it's Iris 728. I'm just gonna go apply this to my lips. It's got quite a bit of a sheen to it, so I'm not really a fan of that, so that's why we're gonna apply the next product. See, so I didn't like how metallic-y that looked when I first did this look. So then I'm gonna go in, and I'm not a huge fan of matte lipsticks, but because we've already put this, which is quite creamy, on before, we're gonna go and use the NYX matte lipstick, and this is in the color Hippie Chic MLS 03. Ooh, it's quite dirty, sorry about that. So it looks like that. Okay, it's quite a bright pink, but when it's placed over top of that jumbo lip pencil, it just kind of dulls the metallic look of the pencil. You don't get the mattifying look from the matte lipstick, and then it's not as bright. So it's just kind of the combination of the best of both worlds. Okay, we are going in with the Revlon Ultra HD Lip Lacquer in 525 HD Pink Diamond. I really like it because it actually has a diamond at the top. And we're gonna go in with some blush. So last but not least, the blush, I'm gonna use the NYX Mosaic powder in MPB06 Rosey. So it looks like that. So it's got a combination of different colors and a bit of a highlighter color there as well. So we're just gonna dab that on again. Shocker, a NYX blush brush. We're just gonna apply that to the apples of our cheeks. And we'll call it a day. So give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave any comments below for anything that you may want to see, any comments that you have. I'll link all the products below. So give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.